reaction to this story all over social media. Has it been about Charlie Dixon? Not that much. Has it even been about Skip Bayless? Not that much at all. Has it been about Fox Sports overall? Really, not that much at all. It's all significantly paled in comparison to the level of vitriol, venom, insults, and beyond aimed at one Miss Joy Taylor.
Captain Stephen A to the rescue. Now, I know I just did a video on this yesterday. Make sure you go check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel because you know I'm bringing you nothing but the truth. But Stephen A is under fire right now in his comment section. They beating his comment section up because he went on his show yesterday with his own version of a Joy Taylor. It got up there and started capping for Joy Taylor. Now, it's no secret Stephen A like to play both sides of the fence when it comes to dealing with women's issues. Do y'all remember when Stephen A and Malika Andrews were arguing over the Ime Udoka situation? And how Stephen A said that the woman should not remain unanimous that was working for the Boston Celtics? Yeah, that's Stephen A. Now, even though these cases are similar in terms of management, or in this case, a coach, which is seen as more like management dealing with a subordinate, and the relationship was consensual, this is where these situations are totally different. Now, the reason why Joy Taylor is getting so much backlash is because she's supposed to be one of the leaders of the feminist movement. She is an ambassador of women's rights. She is on record saying on I Am More Than an Athlete that women have to do twice the work for half the opportunity. And what this lawsuit details, she was definitely putting in some work. But before I get into my commentary, let me go ahead and play the comments from Stephen A. Smith's show between him and Tori Cooper.
As you've watched all of this unfold, I know you, like myself, we've read the 42-page, allegations, rife with allegations against Joy Taylor, against Charlie Dixon, against Skip Bayless. Specifically pertaining to Joy Taylor, I want to know what your thoughts are about all the heat that she's been taking over the last few days.
Why is such a focus on Joy Taylor? First of all, she's not being accused of sexual battery. She's not being accused of sexual harassment. She's being accused of engaging in sexual behavior to earn her spot that she has on Fox Sports. Now, the problem I have with this, Stephen, is this continues to be the issue in this industry, is when a man gets there, in any industry really, when a man gets there, he earned it. When a woman gets there, she slept her way to the top somehow. And so that's issue number one. Issue number two is that we're just going to completely negate her experience and the fact that she is more than qualified to be in this role. And if you just read this lawsuit at face value, and this is my problem with these lawsuits, is people just take it as fact. These are allegations at the end of the day. And when you look at this lawsuit and you comb through it at face value, they paint her as a bartender who had little experience, who was had experience in radio and was not qualified for Fox Sports, and she was working as a fill-in anchor and a bartender at the same time. I've worked 2 jobs to get into this industry. I worked behind the scenes first. So we don't earn these spots lightly. And that's where I get really frustrated with people on social media who are trying to come for this woman's experience and credibility to be considered for this role.
Stephen A. Smith, you know you done messed up, right? The minute she opened her mouth, we knew we was in trouble. This woman immediately got to defending Joy Taylor. She said, why is the focus on Joy Taylor? She didn't do anything wrong. She said Joy is not being accused of sexual harassment. Joy is not being accused of sexual battery. Well, sweetheart, Joy is being accused of promoting a culture that involves around sexual battery and sexual harassment. The same culture that y'all want to get rid of. The same culture that y'all do marches for. The same culture that y'all get on television and talk about that you have to get rid of in the workplace. So the reason why Joy Taylor is under fire is because she's a walking contradiction. That's the problem. She's a walking contradiction based off what's coming out of her mouth when she's on television. Number 2, Tory couldn't wait to use the ultimate defense, the ultimate trump card of the feminist movement, to blame men. She got up there and said when a man gets there, he earned it. But if a woman gets there, she slept her way to get there. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but in Hollywood, it's definitely some guys who slept their way to get there. We ain't gonna say no names, man, because it's all alleged. We will never know, but there's always those rumors that you hear about. Then you see cases like Diddy, and you see that he was the Papa Pump of Black Hollywood. But in all honesty, it's hard to sell a man with no talent. There is a reason why Kim Kardashian is a billionaire, and it ain't because of talent. You got women like Bad Baby, who as soon as she turned 18, she made $50 million off of OnlyFans. Now compare that to somebody like Dave Blunt. Dave Blunt is sitting on a sofa performing, man. If that sofa could talk, every time it seen Dave Blunt's coming, that sofa would be like, God damn it. Until this day, Dave Blunt has never took that purple jogging suit off, but he is blowing up based off his talent, not his appearance. Don't let the appearance be an interference on your judgment of talent. There are far more women in this world that are known for not having a talent than there are men who are known for not having a talent. And as far as Joy Taylor not being qualified to be on Undisputed, there are plenty of shows that she could have got her break on. She didn't have the necessary experience to be on the show. Skip didn't even want her on the show. She was a favor from Charlie Dixon. Let's just keep it a buck. It is what it is. Situations like this are not gonna change. The game doesn't change, just the players in it. We just dealing with the new players of the game. Are we gonna sit up here and deny that being a beautiful woman in the workplace isn't hard? I guarantee it's probably hard. You know what I mean? You got everybody from the CEO down to the janitor lusting after you at the job. I get it. It has its pros and its cons, but its pros definitely outweigh its cons. All the freebies that women get, the free housing, the free cars, the free clothes, the free trips, the job opportunities, it definitely outweighs any cons. But let's finish watching the clip where Tory tries to explain Joy Taylor's experience and she continues to blame men again.
So let's just go back into the history really quick into her experience since we want to talk about it. She worked behind the scenes as an executive producer. That's someone who writes the shows for the people you see with the mic. One. Then she worked her way into a slot to be a co-host on that show, on that radio show in Miami. Then on top of that, she took the show to number one. And then after that, then she makes her way to California, is essentially doing what it appears to be freelancing, and is filling in and working to get that spot. And eventually she gets called on. Many people right now, Stephen A. would say, I'm not even qualified to sit next to you. But it's not always about experience. If it was about experience in this industry, then so many people wouldn't even have the spots they have. It's about a lot of other intangibles.
What do you mean by that?
Intangibles? What you mean by that, baby girl? To me, what it sounds like is she was putting in a lot of hard work in Miami. She was working her way up the ranks. She was a host. She was a bartender. She said, you know what? I'm finna pack up, go to Cali, and go for the dream, the American dream. She thought it was gonna be a Hollywood movie. The beautiful woman from across the country moves to a new city, the big city, Hollywood, with no connections, and she becomes a star. But what she failed to realize was there are a million beautiful women in California that can articulate themselves and that's doing the same exact thing. She moved all the way from Miami to California to become a freelancer and doing fill-in jobs. Now, do I think Joy tried to do it the right way? I believe so. I don't believe a woman just wakes up like, yeah, I'm just gonna use my body in order to get to this position. Nah, I really don't think that. But I do think if she can't sell herself in the interview, that she will contemplate and it will cross her mind that her body is the next option. And in Hollywood, there is a long list of women that have used their bodies to get where they are today. People aren't just coming at Joy Taylor just because she slept with an executive. People are coming at Joy Taylor because she is an ambassador for women's rights. She talks about how we should believe all women, how hard it is for a woman in the industry, how women need to stick together, and how hard she has personally worked to get into the industry. But when a lawsuit comes out that her best friend was getting sexually harassed and that she was sexually propositioned to advance her career, you tell her to get over it. Shut up and dribble. And not only do you tell her to shut up and dribble, she tells you it's probably not a good idea to sleep with Charlie Dixon and Emmanuel Acho. And you tell her, hey, if my plan goes to fail, I'm bringing the whole network down. That's where people have a problem with Joy Taylor. And the reason why Stephen A is under fire is because of these comments that he is about to make that's finna make you shake your head at Stephen A. Smith for all the simping that he is doing on his show right now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't spend a lot of time looking all over social media, but I'm looking at an abundance of women, and I'm saying the allegations. I understand what the allegations are. The allegations of Joy Taylor slept with Charlie Dixon and she did it while she was married. And well, first of all, the marriage part is her business. It's nobody else's. The boss situation obviously is dicey. Make no mistake about it. You got a girl that was supposed to be a best friend that's supposedly diming her out right now. That's incredibly unfortunate. But one could easily argue it's really not about your guilt or innocence. It's about how guilty I make you look, forcing you to capitulate to the demands that I'm making civilly. We can get into that a little bit later. But what I find most egregious, Tori, is the abundance of women out there who are laughing, who are pointing the finger at Joy Taylor with a profound level of guilt as if they know. Even when they throw in the word allegedly, they do it with smirks on their face, sort of dismissive, because in this business, we know how to speak with our body language, not just with words. And not only that, they're using it as an excuse to question her credibility. Now, I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. We don't know what level of truth or falsehood exists with the allegations that Nosheen Faraji has thrown in the direction of the executive at Fox Sports, Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor, or anybody else. But let me tell you what I do know. I know that I've seen Joy Taylor on TV a lot over the years, and I think she's pretty damn good.
The marriage is her business. Stephen A, man, put your cape down, man. Put your cape down, dog. You really up here defending the fact that she cheated on her husband with an executive to get a job. Y'all was just crucifying Ime Udoka over cheating on his girlfriend. Come on, man, knock it off. Y'all gotta keep the same energy for Joy. You gloss right over the fact that she slept with her boss, say, oh, that's dicey. It's dicey. What you mean, Stephen A? That's diabolical, man, just to get a job. Why didn't you talk about the fact that she brought her husband on a date with the executive that she was having sexual relations with for a job? Why are you not talking about her character? Her best friend confided in her and told her her experience, and she denied her experience, man. She undervalued her experience, told her to shut up and continue to be a hairstylist, man. Stephen A, who likes to defend black men when it's convenient to him, Why didn't you defend the fact that she is the reason why Marcellus Wiley doesn't have a job anymore? Marcellus Wiley can't provide the same level of service that Joy Taylor does to Emmanuel Acho. What about the fact that her best friend beat her to the punch because Joy's ultimate plan was to sue for sexual assault if things didn't work out the way it was going to? You know it's a problem in our society when other women are sick of it. Other women are sick of seeing other women sleep their way to the top, then get on the internet and tell you that you gotta put in hard work. That's contradiction. That's the biggest contradicting thing that we are seeing on the internet for women, is women that are telling you to work hard, invest in yourself, do all this and that, just for them to go and find a man to sleep with that's gonna put them in the position that they wanna be. And this is the part of the video where I need y'all to beat the comment section up. Let me know down in the comment section if you think Stephen A is a simp. Let me know down in the comment section if you think Stephen A. Smith brought his own version of Joy Taylor on his radio show to talk about Joy Taylor. Do y'all think Tori Cooper was the right woman for the job to defend Joy Taylor? Don't forget to hit me with the HBO special. Help a brother out with some likes, comment, and subscribe, because you already know I'm bringing that truth.